The Vatican just released a document that's causing quite a stir, but here's the twist. While everyone's debating what it means, they're missing the fascinating historical connections that make this truly revolutionary.
You know what's interesting about that? The way it's being interpreted in the media seems completely different from its actual theological foundations.
Well, let me break this down. The Declaration of Fiducia Supplicans isn't changing Catholic doctrine at all. It's actually drawing from ancient wisdom, including this remarkable proverb about feeding your enemies and giving them drink. The theological depth here is pretty mind-blowing when you consider its historical context.
That's fascinating. So it's more about reframing existing traditions than creating new ones?
Exactly. And here's what makes this so interesting. The document comes from what used to be called the Inquisition, if you can believe it. They've evolved into this body called the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith, and they're using references from the Book of Daniel and the Order of Melchizedek to explain how blessing others has always been part of Catholic tradition.
Well, that's quite a transformation from the Inquisition to promoting blessings. How does this connect to modern pastoral care?
So check this out, they're essentially saying you can show love and care for people without endorsing everything about their lives. It's like, well, imagine a doctor treating a patient. The doctor doesn't approve of all their lifestyle choices, but still wants the best for their health.
That's actually a really helpful analogy. You know what this reminds me of? The way families navigate complex relationships while holding different values.
Exactly right. And here's where it gets really interesting. The document explicitly positions this approach as attacking evil with good deeds. They're suggesting that the act of blessing of actively willing good for others can be more powerful than condemnation.
So they're really threading the needle between maintaining traditional doctrine and showing pastoral care?
Yes, and what's fascinating is how they're using these ancient texts to support this modern approach. The prayer of Azariah from the Book of Daniel, for instance, demonstrates the kind of blessings they're talking about. It's about willing good for others while staying true to core beliefs.
You know, that's quite different from the oversimplified headlines we've been seeing about this document.
Well, that's because the media tends to miss the nuance. The dicastery is actually providing this sophisticated framework for how to maintain religious principles while engaging with people who live differently. It's pretty revolutionary when you think about it.
And it seems like they're really emphasizing this distinction between blessing people and endorsing their choices.
That's right, and here's what makes it even more fascinating. They're drawing from Saint Raphael's advice about blessing God and giving thanks, showing how this approach is deeply rooted in tradition. The document is basically saying, look, we've always had this capacity to bless others. Here's how to do it authentically.
You know what strikes me as particularly significant? The way they're offering a path forward in our increasingly divided world.
And that's really the key takeaway here. They're showing how ancient wisdom can help us navigate modern complexities. The document isn't about changing beliefs. It's about providing guidance for how to engage with others while maintaining your principles. Pretty remarkable when you think about it.
Well, it sounds like this could have some pretty significant implications for how religious communities engage with broader society.
You know what? I think that's exactly right. This document might just be offering a blueprint for how to maintain strong convictions while still engaging meaningfully with those who see things differently. It's not about compromise, it's about finding a way to wish good for others while staying true to your beliefs.